Hi friends, this is Rahul and welcome to MBN. The tables have turned and for a change I'm interviewing Ray and it's not the other way.
Be kind to me now, Rahul.
So Ray, we're in this season of celebration and there's a lot to thank God for in the year gone by. So what are you particularly thankful to God
Look, there's
for?
a bunch of things and I guess it takes more than just one interview to share them, but I think some of the things I've been thankful for, well, the appointment of a staff member has always been great. So we've had Rob Abu join us as focus pastor for 6pm and maturity pastor, so watching over growth groups and stuff, and he's done an excellent job, and so really thankful for that appointment, and we're seeing the fruit of that. I think with COVID, it's been really hard, but just seeing the staff and the members of the church respond from various angles. I mean, the new ministries, my goodness, we've had to start MBM online, kids online. Wow, have they been doing an amazing job. We're so thankful for Andy in making it all happen behind the scenes. I've been really thankful for just the various other online ministries that people have adapted to, you know, Zooming this, Zooming. So I've been running Explaining Christianity and Firm Foundations online, and we've seen a whole bunch of folk join us there. I've really also been thankful for just the little things too, like Josie organised 40 care packages for our HSC students as they're now starting to do the HSC, and they've been particularly thankful for that. I'm really thankful for our MTSs. You know, we've got 6 ministry trainees, and I just think every one of them has been exceptional, and really thankful for the way in which they've stepped up. We had a recent mission-minded conference where 57 turned up who were interested in either doing ministry full-time or just taking the next step, and that's a healthy sign for a church, especially during COVID. So there's so much to be thankful for. And then, you know, Mark Bonici's been working with Sandy on the second MBM Kids album. We've kind of started, then there was a stall, but we're reissuing it, and I'm really excited about that. So there's just a bunch. I've got a whole bunch for you in our next interview, but that'll do for now.
Wow, that's so good. Now we know that all this can only happen when people contribute and support us. So in terms of pledging, while we know what pledging is, would you like to share a little bit for the benefit of those who don't? Yeah,
especially if you've joined the church in the last year and you've not been through a season of celebration, and part of that's pledging. It's simply informing in writing the deacons of our church who manage our finances, informing them for what you plan to give next year, so that when they put together the budget, they're not guessing. And so, especially with COVID, people know their situation in life, whether their job ends at the end of this year and they won't have a job next year, or they've got a job lined up and then they've got a level of confidence about giving. So there's a sense where we're informing the deacons in writing about what we're planning to give. And we have to put our name on it because we want to make sure that we get kind of serious, legitimate pledges and not, you know, Joe Smith who gives $400,000 and it's a great joke but no good for our budget. And I love the way people have kept their pledge. I do want to say this, how thankful I am to God for the way in which pretty much 95% of the pledge money this year has come through, and that's with COVID. That's why that's been extraordinary. I mean, some people lost their jobs, so that has allowed us to basically make budgets that in the end allow us to have a kind of confidence that what's been promised is given and that we're being good stewards of the money God has entrusted us to. So that's why I'm a big fan. What about yourself? I'm not sure. I think you pledge. So why do you pledge, and why do you give towards the ministry of MBM? Now I'm throwing the tables back on you.
Yeah, you put me on the spot, Ray. I think for me, it's very important to understand how it contributes to the larger picture for the church. There are 2 facets. One is, of course, the church, and one is my own heart.
Right.
So I think making sure that money does not become bigger than anything else or even the church is very important, and to keep my heart right with God and about money, I always make sure that God comes first and God's work comes first. I think that's very important. Also in terms of what we receive, I don't think we really give. You can't really give to God because it's His in any case.
Yeah, good point.
And I think what we receive in terms of our own spiritual growth and support, is far more. I personally feel that it's far more than what we can ever give,
Yeah, well said.
and what God's given us.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, I'm a planned person. I like things to be organized, and I feel like it's important to help the church plan and organize better for the year to come.
Good.
So I think there are a few
Good
things
reasons.
there.
Yeah. You know what's impressive about you, Rahul, is that you came to Australia not that long ago from Delhi,
Yes, that's right.
and with virtually nothing.
Yeah.
And you, from the very beginning, you've always thought about putting God first with your finance, and that's a terrific encouragement. Well, friends, fantastic. Well, it's not my interview, it's yours, so I'm shutting up.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Ray. Really appreciate you sharing. Stay tuned. I'm sure there's more from Ray later.